All right, I'd like to welcome all you beta testers. Really appreciate everybody trying this plugin out. I think it's going to be really exciting if you're a kitchen designer. This plugin is going to make using SketchUp so much faster and so much easier than it ever has been before. First thing is, if you've completed successfully the installation process of the plugin, you will get this new toolbar here in SketchUp, and it's got 3 buttons on it. The gear at the top, this is kind of for your settings and login. The door icon, this is for swapping doors, and which we'll talk about a little bit later. And the cabinet icon, this is where you're going to browse for cabinets. So, first thing you're going to want to do is click the gear icon, and that's going to bring up the sort of splash page here. It's got that teaser video that I'm sure you saw. There's a login here, or sign up or sign in. Since none of you have accounts yet, you're going to want to click sign up or sign in. And you can sign up or sign in with Facebook, Twitter, Google, or LinkedIn. Or if you don't have one of those accounts, you can register and do the standard sort of name and password registration process. I'd like you all, if you do have one of these social accounts, to try and use them. It doesn't take any personal information. All it does simply is just make the login process easier. If you already have an account with one of these services, you don't have to remember another name or password. It'll just simply log you in with that. So I'll show you how Twitter works. I'm actually going to log in with Twitter here. And I've logged in before, so for those of you that haven't, you'll see one additional page. It'll just ask you to authorize Twitter or Facebook or whatever it may be with SketchThis, and that's it. So once you're logged in, you'll know that by looking at the top bar here, and you'll see either your Twitter handle or your name over here. And you can edit your profile and log out if you wish. One side note, the SketchUp on Mac uses Safari as the default browser to render these web windows, and on the PC it's Internet Explorer. Now I know a lot of people may or may not use these browsers as their default browsers, but no matter what, Safari on the Mac and Internet Explorer on the PC actually handle these logins. So if you're having trouble logging in, just go to those browsers and make sure that you can get in through Twitter or Facebook, or that you're logged in those, so it works in here. We haven't run into too many problems with that, but if you do, just go to those browsers and check them, and certainly post in the forums if you have any problems. Once you're in, you'll be able to browse for cabinets, doors, accessories, and eventually materials once those are added. But I'm going to show you real quickly here how this works. So let's put in some base cabinets. So I'm going to click on cabinets, then click on bases, and I'll go ahead and click on standard bases. And like any category, once you drill down far enough, you get a list of components that you can insert. And if you see one you like, you can go ahead and just click insert. Well, here we'll get a standard double door base cabinet. You click insert, and the cabinet will be attached to your mouse pointer. Put it where you want it. Click to set it down. And when you drag your pointer away, you have the option of clicking again to set down another one, or you can just hit spacebar and it will cancel the insert command and just put the one cabinet in. So after you put a cabinet in, you're probably going to want to adjust the size and other configuration options, and that's very easy. You just right click and go to dynamic components and go to options. And since these are standard dynamic components, you can control all the settings in here. And rather than explain each one, I'm just going to show you where the help file is, where I've already created a list of videos to show people how to use these. So for right now, that's how you get into the standard settings. One of the other features that I'd really like you all to test out is door swapping. So once you have a cabinet in, or multiple cabinets, or an entire kitchen built, you can click the door button here. And this will take you directly to a list of doors that you have available. So let's say, for example, I wanted to change my door from the standard door to this Summit flat panel. I hit insert into model, and you're going to get this message that comes up, and it says, choose yes to replace all doors in selected cabinets, or no to pick doors individually. I'm going to say yes here. And what will happen is the plugin will go in and it will take out the door that originally came with the cabinet and swap it out for these new ones. So you can do this one door at a time, you can do it one cabinet at a time, or you can do it an entire model at a time. This is a pretty powerful feature that I would really like you guys to test. And as it gets tuned, this feature is going to open up some doors for some very exciting new features that we're going to implement down the road. But for right now, I just want to test this technology out in the doors. So that's the basic crash course of how to insert things. Anytime you need any additional support for any of these cabinets, most of them I've included training videos. So if we go to, in the description of this cabinet here in particular, it says this microwave base cabinet with a configurable, has a configurable opening. Basic settings can be found here. So if we click on this link, this is actually going to bring you to a page, and it's going to have little bite-sized YouTube videos on how to configure each and every part of the base cabinets. If we go back here, and maybe we'll go to the standard base here, you can see basic settings and more advanced features can be found here. And advanced will show you really how to take these things to the next level and configure them. And again, these are all little bite-sized videos, so you can learn each and every step very easily. And in the case of a sort of custom cabinet, like for example this microwave base, if you click more, there oftentimes is a video that's specific to this cabinet. So the idea with this thing is there's a lot of help that's available in here, and I encourage you to explore it, and hopefully it'll help you learn these things really well.